Consider this your trigger warning. The following program is strictly satire and is not meant to be taken seriously. So don't get all butthurt, you liberal snowflakes, just because we skewer your sacred cows and expose all your lies and hypocrisy. Truth hurts, and so does satire. So grab a drink, pull up a chair, and enjoy the show.
Well, folks, it is the Friday free-for-all. I feel like I've been hit by a steamroller, run over, ridden hard, put away wet, tired. But I tell you what, up here, I am thrilled, excited, ecstatic about all the shit that's going on because you are fighting back. People have had enough of what's going on, and it doesn't mean we've won. It doesn't mean things aren't going to get worse. It just means people are waking up and fighting. They may not be black-pilled like Mr. Kaz, the Italian hillbilly, but there's a lot of red pills going around, folks. I'm waiting for the government to make red pills illegal. Oh, we're going to talk about it, folks. We're going to talk about it. I got some coffee here to wake up. That's right, on a Friday afternoon, some Java. All right, let's do it. Let's get it on. Folks, an affidavit has been sworn. And an affidavit, it's a sworn legal document. An affidavit has been provided. It's been submitted. ABC News cheated at the debate. And this is brilliant. It is out there, folks, out there. And someone has an affidavit from an ABC whistleblower regarding the debate. This person says, I have just signed a non-disclosure agreement with the attorney of the whistleblower. The affidavit states how the Harris campaign was given sample questions, which were essentially the same questions that were given during the debate, and separate assurances of fact-checking Donald Trump, and that she would not, she meaning camel toes, not be fact-checked. Accordingly, the affidavit states several other factors that were built into the debate to give Kamala a significant advantage. I have seen and read the affidavit, and after the attorney blacks out the name of the whistleblower and other information that could dox the whistleblower, I, the mystery person, will release the full affidavit before the weekend is out. Folks, there is a shitstorm surrounding this. Now, I'm going to remind everyone, I watched the debate and I was disgusted. I thought Trump is way too mild. He said some stuff, but he just sat back a lot. And he was attacked by all three of them. And Kamala called him some of the shittiest, dirtiest names. I mean, imagine that. Imagine a whore calling a nun a whore, right? That's how bad the difference is. But here's what happened. I said, you know what? There has to be a reason Trump just sat back and let her lie. And he did come out and defend himself. He didn't lay down, but he let her lie. And guess what? Trump has now released some damning information in the form of, commercials that use her lie from the debate and then put up right after that the things she said that completely contradict her lies from the debate. So he let her in. She did what Democrats do, what rhino Republicans do, what lying sacks of government shit do. They did it. They're going to destroy her with this. Truly destroy her with her own words, including illegal aliens are going to be given government funding for sex change operations. Even Democrats, hardcore Democrats, are like, I can't believe she supports this type of craziness. Folks, crazy pills. You and me are handing out red pills. The Democrats are handing out crazy pills. Woo! I tell you. Trump has said he will not do another debate. Nope. He's not going to do it because you can't trust media. I think that's fine. I think it's brilliant on his part because he has all the information he needs to fry her whorish ass. And ABC, for their part, they have now lost $27 million in ad revenue because multiple advertisers have pulled ads from ABC, period, because of the way they hosted the debate. It wasn't conducted fairly. And ABC, according to the source here, says it's not going to be in the debate business anymore because they can't afford it. Folks, they hate free speech. They keep getting caught lying. And then they lie to hide their lies. Certainly, none of them are the most trusted name in news. I hope you're ready to rock and roll on this Friday free-for-all, folks. And we will be back Sunday night, 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for Sunday Night Live. Now, I've got a ton of stuff to share with you guys, but I want to know what you're thinking. I want to know what's on your mind because we're going to share, me and you, with the whole world. Now, yesterday I made a mistake. I talked about the Jim Jones juice. I used the V-A-X word too many times. And so they pulled the video. They destroyed it. They shredded it. They set it on fire because of MIS information. Woo! And what was my theory? Oh, yeah. That the Jim Jones juice causes tiny SPIKE proteins to clog blood vessels in the brain, killing portions of the brain for people who did not detox, for people who have gotten the juice and the boost. Look out, folks. They don't like the facts. There's doctors out there talking about this, but not me and you. We're not allowed to. And they will remove doctors as well out of social media if they get a chance. It seems like the biggest free speech platforms out there, Trump's Truth Social, Elon Musk's Twitter/X, and Rumble and BitChute, Telegram. Well, anywhere there's free speech, they're going to remove it. Anywhere there's free speech, they're going to threaten people with arrest. Get your questions into Mr. Uman. Get them in, get them in, get them in. In fact, the Australian government down under, I think the government of Australia keeps their brains down under between their butt cheeks. Anyways, Elon Musk is criticizing the government of Australia because they're now proposing legislation to censor social media. Why? To fight misinformation. I'm going to talk about this a little bit more. Why governments need to fight misinformation. Oh, before I get to that, and then your questions, comments, thoughts, ideas, get them in. I want you to let it out because the rest of the world needs to hear it's not just me. It's you guys and what you think. And on Friday Free for All, we mix it up. Bam, 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 bam. Shotgun approach. Elon Musk called Australian government fascists, which is what they are. That's corporations and government working together to enrich themselves and empower themselves over you. Poor Australians, folks. Some of the best people on the planet are Aussies. Now, before we get into everything, I want to tell you why they're attacking free speech. It didn't just start when Hillary Clinton said it, but that was the first time they used the words when Hillary Clinton said, there's limits to free speech. And I was like, where the fuck is she getting this? I'll tell you why. In the 1970s, Congress held hearings. They were called the church hearings. And at these hearings, the Central Intelligence Agency was grilled about how many agents and people that they paid off in print media, newspaper media, radio media, and television media. They had agents to control the media, and by doing that, they control the propaganda. Since at least the 70s, the CIA has controlled the media. And because of that, they have they have propaganda. Their story, they're going to tell you. Well, the advent of social media, things like YouTube for videos, StreamYard, other things. I don't want to give other channels credit, but of course, the preparedmind.club is the best place to go to get premium service. $2 a month is it. We get enough of you guys there, it helps pay the bills. Now, here's the deal. Because they control all forms of media and they put their propaganda in, but not me. I am not a CIA agent. I am not an FBI agent. I am not a state agent, a government agent. I'm not a corporate agent. Folks, I am a free agent. And I play for America, for myself, for you, for freedom. And that's why they have to silence us. Everything that I say, they're going to call misinformation unless it falls into their very narrow, focused, evil agendas. And I don't go there. Woo! So Elon Musk, yeah, he's being attacked by some nations in Europe, some nations in South America, some nations on the Australian continent. There's only one nation there. Oh, yeah, folks, this is going to get nasty and nasty and nasty and nasty. But before we go into anything else I want to talk about, I want to start getting into what you guys want to talk about. Mr. Uman, let's do one. Let's get one up there. Let's have some fun. Gonna have me some fun, right? Red Arrow Tinker is back. And he says, it's not like it wasn't obvious. They were 3 against 1. Now, again, Red Arrow, you, me, everyone on the Prepared Mind Network, everyone in the R Syndicate Network, everyone in social media who is a patriot, a veteran, an American, someone who loves freedom, we all saw it. But even the average person, not political wonks, not news junkies, not preppers, just regular people are like, this is freaking obvious. It's obvious. And so it worked. It absolutely worked. Getting Kamala up there, giving her the talking points so she could prepare all of her very best lies and tell it with a straight fucking face. Really, Mr. Trump? Oh, she got it, folks. She's going to get hers. It has been a hell of a week, folks. I hope you are doing well. Let's have some fun. ABC, as I said, they lied. Then they lied about the lying, and they're lying some more. They're pretending like they did not know that the moderator with the mustache, and I'm talking about the woman, and she had a hell of a mustache. Or she looked like she was blowing Count Chocula, probably taking some lessons from Kamala. Anyways, she's sorority sisters with Kamala. They're like, oh, we didn't know. We didn't know. How can you not fucking know? But ABC is denying they gave Kamala Harris debate questions in advance. And there is now a call for an internal investigation into the network for debate rigging. But even, right, everything they say is a lie. But here's the deal. Debate rigging by a major corporation. Fascist. Debate rigging is, because it was broadcast to all America and the world, they had a monopoly on it. That is election interference. It ought to be investigated as a crime. Hillary got away with it when Donna Brazile gave her the answers in 2016, the questions and answers. And unfortunately, back then, the language, our vernacular, did not include the term election interference. Well, it does now, bitches on the left. I hope you're having fun, folks, and I hope you're prepared. To be prepared, go to thepreparedmind.club, C-L-U-B, thepreparedmind.club, and take a look at what we have. We don't have a store. We don't have a warehouse. We just have links that clicks and takes you to places where the products are. But get prepared. Food, water, shelter, clothing, medicine, and means of self-defense. And I'm telling you, folks, some of the most precious metals on the planet, apart from gold and silver, is copper, brass, lead, and cold blue steel. Make sure you have a lot of ammunition because you're going to need it. The more we have, the more government is frightened of us. And they should be, because they're liars, cheaters, and thieves, especially at the federal level. And even at the state level, I'm in the state of Florida. You think I trust the government of Florida? They're obeying right now, but I don't trust them. You got to watch everyone. Everybody. Yep, ABC. Yeah, long gone are the days when Americans and people around the world trusted mainstream media. Those days are over. Now, Chin Music, he's back, and I hope you're doing well, brother. He says, how bad does ABC have to suck to get fact-checked by MSLSD, MSDNC, MSNBC, and CNN? Really, folks, really. You've really got to be partial. You've really got to be cheating for the other networks to go, hey. But of course, MSNBC, LSD, DNC, and I love that you do that, Mr. Chin. They want to try and appear to have some integrity. Don't fucking believe them either. Don't believe them. Do not believe them. Do not believe them. Actually, you know what? Some truth did escape the lips of Democrats today. You bet. And not from Kamala. Don't worry about that. It actually is her vice presidential candidate. I wonder, in disgrace, will Kamala quit? Resign? Will that leave Tampon Timmy? Twinkle Toes himself, the governor of Minnesota, Tim Walz? Will he be appointed the next Democrat leader in a non-democratic fashion? Anyways, Tim Walz today spoke truth, and I want to tell you about it. He said Kamala began her career as a, quote, young prostituter. Oh, is that a Freudian slip? Or could he not say the word prostitute correctly? I'll say, yeah, I'm going to agree with old Timmy Twinkle Toes Walz, because that's probably how she paid her way through law school, passed her bar exam, then was passed under Willie Brown's desk. There is so much wrong, folks, so much wrong with Kamala Harris, and it is coming out. For everyone that doubted, I am glad she made crystal clear, uninterrupted explanations of her political positions, which were lies, so they could be easily compared against the truth. If she did all fucked up word salads, we would say, did she say? Right? Did she say she wants sex changes for illegals or not? And also, while we're on this, and before I get to the next question, the words of Trump from the debate about they're eating the pets, they're taking the pets, they're eating the pets, they're eating the dogs, they're eating the cats. They put it to music and making songs. The memes are off the charts, folks. Or is it this way? Red line, break the needle. It is incredible what is going on. Incredible. I've got stuff to talk about. We're 20 minutes in. We've got 1 hour on this Friday free-for-all. What do you want to talk about, folks? It's your show. Let's do it. Mr. Ooman, who else is up next? Who has something to say? Oh, and it's Mr. Ooman himself. He says there's some libtard that wrote a song, Eat the Dogs, Eat the Cats, to mock Trump. Now the right is taken and put it in all their memes, and the libtards are pissed. They don't realize it. They don't know how to meme. Whether it's a picture or a video, they don't know how to edit things to make Trump look bad. It just made people laugh. And it kept putting the idea out there that yes, indeed, it's happening. And it's making people look around. Folks, the city manager at Springfield, Ohio said there's no credible evidence that anyone's eating the pets. Well, people have come out of the woods, the woodwork. They've come out of the hills, the grass, the city, everywhere. And they're putting videos up. They're testifying it's happening. And if you are sensitive about discussing animals, I would like you to plug your ears for the next 60 seconds. When I wave my hands, it means I'm done. I'm now going to talk about some very nasty things. As soon as I wave my hands, you can turn the volume back on if you're squeamish about animal cruelty. 3, 2, 1, here we go. There's a video out that I saw, and it showed an illegal immigrant with a cat in its hands, and it may have been in another country, but I'm pretty sure it was here. And what the news said, what the headline was that, yes, eating cats and other animals is very popular amongst Haitians and many immigrants, as well as voodoo practicing by sacrificing animals, bleeding them, and sucking their blood. This showed the Haitian with a kitty cat in his hands, and he was biting it, and it was awful. It was cruel. It broke my heart. It's just awful. I saw pictures that people have posted of animals that have been skinned and had portions of their bodies used for whatever purposes. There are pictures and videos of illegals with bags walking down the street, capturing cats that are out there, cornering them, throwing them in the bag. What do you think they're going to do with them, right? A woman, was eating a cat. The police were there, all on video. It's true, folks. This is what they're doing. There's apparently some crazy cat lady in Springfield, Ohio. No surprise. Crazy cat lady was feeding like 100 cats. She's down to less than a dozen now. Where did the cats go? Right? Did they get in the car with Toonces the cat and drive away? They got a better chance of surviving with Toonces the driving cat than trying to be friends with our immigration pals. In fact, it was Kamala Harris, the hoe, who said, we need to help them. The Haitians, they need our help. They need a lot of help, folks, but it's not the type of help that we want to give them. It is a mess. Thank you very much. And yeah, the libtards are pissed. There's nothing they can do. People are waking up. They're getting red-pilled. Now, and their lies, they're not going to stop lying, folks, the Democrats. There's this idiot Democrat representative. His name is James Clyburn. He is a moron. But he came out and actually said this about conservatives. He said that they respect Kamala Harris, and there's a vast majority of them, conservatives, that align with her politically. A Democrat actually said that a vast majority of conservatives align with Kamala Harris politically. Really? Number one, Mitch McConnell, Senate leader, Republican, is not a conservative. Kevin, my knees are dirty, McCarthy, former House of Representatives Speaker, Rhino Republican, is not a conservative. Maggot Mike Johnson, the current Speaker of the House, is not a conservative. He needs to have his ass thrown out. They need to have a vote in the House. No confidence, but I'll tell you what, guess what? The Democrats will keep them in there. They don't want a real conservative, folks. But Representative James Clyburn has definitely swallowed a gallon of the Kool-Aid, and he's smoked a bowl of crack, probably Hunter Biden quality. I mean, what part of anything Kamala, the hoe, says is conservative? Her border policy, her tax policy, how she wants to treat these illegal immigrants and give them rights, make them Americans. She's pretending that inflation isn't a problem, and she's got people like jackass Taylor Swift out there. She's now endorsed Kamala. Oh, surprise, surprise. Surprise, surprise. Taylor Swift, the cat lady, right? Swifties, little girls who love Swifties are putting videos out now. I saw one where she was taking her albums, her CDs, whatever they have of Taylor Swift, in the middle of the street, set it on fire, even took her shirt off and burned her Taylor Swift shirt. Everything done. They're done. I found that fascinating and I loved it. Anyways, the Democrats will continue to lie. Don't think that independent voters believe it. Don't think that Rhino Republicans believe James Clyburn. There is no respect for Kamala, folks. Even if they support her policies and align with her, they don't respect her. She's a fucking tool. A tool. I have to keep my language down. I have to be careful. What a crazy ass day. What a crazy ass day. I'm telling you. It is so bad. The propaganda, the outright lies. Get this, a former Clinton, as in Bill Clinton, Hillary Clinton, those Clintons, a former Clinton advisor has called for an internal investigation into ABC. It was so painfully obvious, so nakedly evil. Folks, there is right now inside politics a war. Shit, it's the fan politics is now in play. Scorched earth is happening. The fighting has commenced. At some point, folks, some nasty shit's going to happen, and it's going to get worse. It is unfucking believable. Can you imagine the screaming, wailing, crying Kamala Harris's aides are doing? She's already hated by her own staff. What was it? Someone put up a number the other day. 95% of her staff over the last 3.5 years has quit. She doesn't want anyone except her highest aides to look at her. Not allowed to look at her. What an arrogant bitch. Just fucking wow. When a Clinton advisor, former, says, look, this is so bad, they better look into it. It's not because the Clinton advisor loves you, conservatives, or the Constitution. That's not it. That's not it. Understand. Take a prepared mind perspective. When you see something like that, don't think that the Clinton advisor suddenly has become an American. Don't think that. What they're afraid of is losing their propaganda devices, tools. They don't want to lose ABC, NBC, CBS, MSNBC, MSLSD. They don't want to lose. They don't want to lose the respect. No. They don't care about respect. They don't want to lose viewers. They don't want to lose their power, their influence. If it comes out that ABC cheated and people are like, well, what about the rest of the networks? They're like, no, it was just ABC. They want to find one or two people, make them the patsies and fire them. The two moderators, they could get fired. In fact, during the fucking debate, one of the commercials was about how good the guy is. What a great reporter he is, Mr. Muir. What a douchebag. I love it, folks. I absolutely love it. Having a ball, having some fun. I'm jacked up. I'm tired. I'm fucked up. I'm exhausted between life, work, and this. But I tell you what, it's also, thank you. Thank you, man. We have a little messaging system that runs. And anyways, he just let me know that I'm in trouble. All right. But I want everyone here for Sunday Night Live. I'm going to promote the fuck out of that now. Thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up. Sunday Night Live is going to be huge. I don't know what's going to happen over the weekend. It's going to be huge. This is such a big deal. The Sunday shows are going to rip each other apart. They're going to tear themselves apart, right? There's going to be wailing and gnashing of teeth. It's going to be amazing. And I want to be there to talk about it with you, because we're going to have all the weekend, the lying, the backtracking, the peddling, the blaming, the excusing themselves and blaming others. It's all going to happen. And they're going to have to come up with a strategy. Mainstream media, Kamala Harris, the deep state. They're going to have to come up with a game plan and execute it next week. They're running out of time. And Trump is now positioned to hammer her like a fucking railroad spike into the ground. Oh, it's going to be great. Folks, Black Americans are disgusted. Latino Americans, disgusted. White Americans that aren't liberals are disgusted. And some of the liberals are like, what the hey? I just want to be a good liberal. I just want a virtue signal for everyone so they'll like me. Well, nobody likes an anti-American, Marxist supporting piece of shit. And remember, anyone who votes for Kamala votes for your death. Oh, that's harsh. Ooh. Can you say that, John? I just fucking did. Because they want you, folks. They want you to suffer a very, very, very awful end. And we'll get into that before the end of the show. Nothing like a good cup of coffee on a Friday afternoon. Don't forget, www.cafefe.com. Get yourself a deplorable cup of coffee. Not deplorable, deplorable. Anyways, great coffee from cafefe.com. I just had to give them a little plug there. They're not an official sponsor of the show. They just make really damn good coffee. Now, before Uman puts the next one up here, I want to tell everyone about Joe Biden. Joe Biden is an anti-American dumbass sellout sack of shit. But yesterday it was proven it wasn't photoshopped. It wasn't artificial intelligence. Joe Biden, whoever this guy playing Joe Biden is, took a Trump hat, put it over the top of his other hat, and wore a Trump hat and lots of pictures. Posed with pictures of children. And the kids were wearing Trump shirts. But today, Friday the 13th, Joe Biden climbed the steps of Air Force One. And I thought, when I saw the freeze frame, the still picture of the video before I hit the play button, it shows Joe Biden climbing the stairs. And I thought, oh, he fucking ate shit. He wiped out. No. I hit the play button and he's got something red in his hand. I thought, what the fuck is he doing? He's carrying his Make America Great Again hat, or a hat that's just like it, up the steps of Air Force One. He got to the landing at the top, turned around, kind of did his presidential wave thing while holding in his hand a red baseball hat. Even if it was not a Make America Great Again or Trump hat, even if it wasn't, it had the appearance. Folks, they treated him, all the Democrat sellouts, all the Republican rhino sellouts, all the big government, all the bureaucracy, all the media, all the scam artists out there, they shit on him and kicked him out of office while they continue to be there to profit. They shit on him, so he's shitting back, is my thought. Joe Biden, I would love it. They're going to kick him out of office. They're going to make him resign. They're going to 25th Amendment him. They want to seat Kamala as the president before the election, or maybe even after the election. But before January 21st, they want to make her president so they can claim she's the first not really black woman to be a president. And if she is president, folks, and there is a serious domestic disturbance, terrorist action, or an act of war, she'll be the president in charge. And when an act of war is declared, presidents in past times going all the way back, indeed, all the way to Abraham Lincoln. Presidents try to suspend portions of the Constitution under emergency powers. Extremely dangerous. And if you don't think Kamala Harris is extremely dangerous, nay, I say evil, you haven't been paying attention. It's out there. Okay, Mr. Uman, let's do it. Let's roll that beautiful beam footage. Let's have some fun. Bioxo checks in, kapow, with a statement. He says, I don't think it was the real camel, not one cackle or laugh the whole debate. Oh, no. See, I believe it. Well, I tell you what, Bioxo, we talked about that turkey neck she had. I don't think it's all stretched out from deep throating horses or anything. What I'm saying, that was awful, wasn't it? Her face was very, very smooth and youthful looking. So a lot of people thought, is that a mask? A really high quality mask? And her hair was all bouncy and shit, but she did the hands thing. I hate how she holds her hands up. I hate that. It is not how you talk. In debate, right? The way you use body language can influence things. But when you stick your hands up, it's offensive. You're putting your hands in your face. If you close your fist when you're speaking, it's offensive. It's aggressive. So you have to be very not like this. You need to be. Now look, this is this show. Who gives a fuck, right? There's only going to be, I don't know, anywhere from 1 to 100,000 people watching this video. But when you got the whole world watching, you need to be judicious with your body language, so you're not offensive. In fact, I actually try to be offensive. I want people thinking. I want them mad, mad, closed fists. I want people mad at what's going on because they're trying to destroy our country. Now, back to Bioxo. If it was not the real camel toes, she still lied, said all the words that needed to be used by Trump to create commercials to lampoon and attack her. Now, there was not one cackle. There was some of her cheesy ass sneer smiles that she does. But everyone knows that her cackle, remember Putin, Vladimir Putin, president of Russia, said he supports Kamala. Oh, well, damn it. She's a Russian asset. Go arrest her. He supports Kamala because of her infectious laugh and smile. Of course, he was being absolutely facetious. But I think that they know and told her, look, people don't like your fucking laugh. They don't like it when you start cackling like a maniacal, insane witch. So she didn't do it. She was, whoever this person was, whether it was Kamala or a lookalike with a mask, they knew that they didn't want to do the cackle, and they wanted to appear as competent as possible, and it's backfired phenomenally. Now, anyways, whether it was or not, it got the job done. The world. Remember, Democrats, they didn't know Joe Biden was a feeble, addle-brained screwball until that debate. And then they were like, get rid of that guy. So then they bring Kamala up and put her on stage. And now the world is like, really? She said those things? And then ABC, of course, didn't fact check her. People that were fact checking, when I say people, I mean the media and the moderators, they've now been corrected and caught. Even the Department of Justice. That's right. The Department of Justice under Camel Toes came out and said, no. When Trump said there's more crime, he wasn't lying. And they stated a bunch of Department of Justice facts about crime. And whoops, Kamala's a liar. All right. Thank you, Bioxo. And now we're going to talk. Oop. Oh. Chin Music says, Bioxo, they gave her a sedative with an aphrodisiac. Well, I don't know about the aphrodisiac. Did anyone see her swallow a banana whole? Anybody? Now, has anyone thought about Trump's assassination attempt lately? Did you guys forget about it? I did not. I didn't. In fact, I've been accusing the government. Where's the fucking investigation? Where's the reports? Why isn't this being leaked intentionally or unintentionally, or just press releases from official sources? Right? The media loves to say, well, official sources have informed us. Official sources have released the data. Official sources have information on this topic, and we want to share it with you. No official sources have said shit. Well, until just a few hours ago. There's a senator in the United States Senate. His name is Blumenthal. He is a Democrat piece of shit. But he had something to say that opened my eyes with respect to President Trump and the assassination attempt. Here is the quote. He said, "The American people will be shocked, astonished, and appalled because the report about the Secret Service failures in the Trump assassination attempt is out there." I just wonder, will I get this report? Right. I don't care if Senator Shitheel Blumenthal says that American people will be shocked, astonished, and appalled by this report about the Secret Service failure. I don't care what he says. I want the report. I want to read it. I want it released by mainstream media. I want them to say, official sources have released the report on the Secret Service failures. See, I don't think it was just failures. I think it was an attempted assassination by insiders. I am now officially out of coffee. Anyways, thank you, Senator Blumenthal. See, I think a lot of Democrats, remember, I believe they know they're going to lose the presidency. It's a hell of a good chance, folks, unless they can pull off the cheat. But what they're afraid of doing is losing the Senate and losing the House to an even wider margin of Republicans, maybe even real Republicans. Right? If like the Republican lady who is running against Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez, the lying horse-faced sack of shit, that one, AOC, the woman who can eat an apple through a picket fence and she won't get splinters in her lips. There's a white woman running against her. And I think she ought to use every quote from Kamala Harris and then ask AOC, do you support Kamala Harris? And everyone should be asking the Democrats that are running for office and every congressperson, man, woman, or fruitcake, and there's lots of fruitcakes in Congress, man, woman, or fruitcake, ask them the question, do you support Kamala Harris's policies? And if they say yes, go. So you support illegal immigrants getting sex change operations that Americans have to pay for? Do you support an open border and being flooded with millions of third world pieces of shit? Folks, these people are so uncivilized, they're feral, as if they never lived in a decent, moral society, culture, city, group of people, tribe. They're that bad. They're that bad. So thank you, Sidney Blumenthal. They're afraid, folks. They don't want to lose their race because they're going to be associated with Kamala Harris. So you know what I say? Ask them. And if they say they don't support Kamala Harris, then you go the other way with it. How can you, as a Democrat, not support your own candidate? And make them explain it. Why won't you support her? I tell you what, they won't even answer the fucking questions. That is such a deadly thing to talk about. They will not even answer the question. They'll change the subject. They'll ignore the question. They'll say something else entirely, completely, so they don't get held to it. Okay, well, man, let's do it, buddy. We've got Badass Diving Frog, and he's back. And he says, Tampon Timmy Walls, the VP nominee under Camel Toes Harris, he has a brother, and his brother is voting for Trump. He won't even vote for his own brother. In fact, the entire Walls family, or at least over a dozen of them. I don't know how big the family is. But he is the dumbass sheep of the family, Twinkle Toes Timmy. Is he the guy in the family that everyone said, you know, it's okay. Every now and then, one of us comes out really fucked up, right? But, you know, even Republicans, you know, there's no way to test before you're born what your political persuasion is going to be. You would think, though, that, you know, if you've got a Democrat family, your kids will probably be Democrats. If you're a Republican family, they'll probably be Republicans. Well, what the fuck happened to Twinkle Toes Timmy? Great question. Great comment. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Yes. Heidi checks in and says they all got matching T-shirts that say Walls is for Trump. And, also Taylor Swift. Her cats are all now posing. They're folks, lately the Babylon Bee has been having a field day with memes. Yep, that's right. Even Taylor Swift's cats are so scared of being eaten that they're now voting for Trump. So wow. Just absolutely wow. Now I'm gonna talk about something here. We're gonna change speeds, change gears a little bit. A video came out of a man who is across the street from a bunch of Republican ralliers, protesters, people who are publicly displaying their support for Trump, and a pro-Palestinian sack of shit on the other side of the street started yelling at them, taunting them, flipping them off. And then he decided he was going to run across the street at full speed. He smashed into a man, tackled him to the ground. And the Trump supporter shot the man in the stomach with his firearm. They took the guy to the hospital, seriously injured, life-threatening injury. Yeah, he got shot in the abdomen, life-threatening injury. I don't know if he's dead or not. And I'm not wishing death on him, but what a piece of shit. Now, here's the deal. As outrageous and perverse as this sounds, the district attorney there has now announced that this American patriot, who is an Iraq war veteran, who defended himself, is going to be charged with two crimes. Two crimes. And he faces 7 years in prison. That's what they're threatening him with. The district attorney wants to go after him. Now get this. An American veteran, a war veteran, who's carrying legally and lawfully his firearm for self-defense purposes, was attacked by a foreigner who supports terror organizations. And these foreigners are known to kill and maim, if not kill, people they attack. This American man, this veteran, has an absolute right of self-defense. And you have the absolute right to use deadly force to protect yourself and others from great bodily harm, maiming, injury, or death. This guy was tackled by this freak, this fruitcake who's attacking him, threatening him, saying he's a terror supporter. He's on the ground scuffling with this fucking guy, so he protected himself. It's called self-defense. Understand, the left cannot have Americans protecting themselves. Unlike the British, the Scots, the Irish, the French, the Spaniards, the Italians, the Germans, the Dutch, where you can be attacked by these people and it's just fine. They can stab you, kill you, and it's just fine. They can assault you, rob you, and even rape you. And the law over there is letting them get away with it. In America, fuck you guys from other countries who think you're going to bully us and attack us and kill us. Welcome to America. It will be game on with these people. Game on, folks. Mr. Uman, this hour has flown by on this Friday free-for-all. What are we going to talk about? What's up next? Bam, Mikey G. He says cat is a delicacy in Vietnam. Cooked like hot wings, called Little Tiger. Well, Mikey, I don't doubt that one bit. If you want cat, if you want some hot wings, go to Vietnam. I won't even make a joke about Chinese or Thai or any Vietnamese cooking or Laotian cooking or Cambodian cooking or Filipino cooking. I'm not going to make fun of them. We have real menus around the world that are different. And it's a delicacy to Haitians. It's a delicacy to people in third worlds where they don't have animals just walking down the street, just minding their own business, being animals. Americans, we love our animals. Oh, by the way, they're out hunting, fishing, killing, catching, cooking, everything they can without licenses. Now, there's a reason to have licenses. Not because the state owns the animals. They aren't the fucking king, for example, but to maintain a population, a viable population of various animals, whether they're just wild animals or game, deer, moose, elk, right? Game birds like geese, ducks, fish in the lakes and streams. You can fish out, hunt out populations of animals. So they have licenses and they make sure there's enough animals that they don't all get destroyed. But here come the illegals. They don't give a fuck. They will catch and kill and eat everything. I tell you what, they ought to go to the places where these invasive Asian carp are at. Catch them. There's no rule or restriction on it because they're an invasive species. Crazy stuff. I'm telling you, crazy stuff. Thank you, Mikey G. Bam. And now this, folks. Now this. I don't even know what the hell this is. That's from way back there. Yeah, that came up, and it's a clown world, folks. And I talked about this a few minutes ago, that Kamala Harris's supporters, they find it crazy. Media is finding it crazy. They can't believe it. They had no idea that Kamala has all these crazy ass beliefs. You want to know why? They're not like you and me. They don't watch videos out there. They don't fact check Kamala. They don't look at what she said in the past. They're just like, no way could anyone support transgender surgeries for illegals. The part about her wanting to take our guns. Oh, well, me and Twinkle Toes Timmy have guns, so just stop bringing that up. Just fucking days before, she said she's going to use executive power within the first 100 days of her administration to go after guns. Folks, Biden could step down or get pushed down a flight of stairs. Better check his back for Hillary Clinton's fingerprints. They could push him down the stairs, make Kamala the president. She's got over 100 days right now. And she could try coming after the guns. That won't end well, folks. Yeah, a lot of people just turn them in. But if anyone came to your door, hi, I'm here from Kamala's government. We're taking your guns. There's going to be a lot of agents out there that when they drink a glass of water, like in the old cartoons, there'll be water squirting everywhere. All right, folks, I want to talk about this before the show's up. If they can't win this election, they're going scorched earth. Propaganda, media lies. I said that they're going to try a terror attack, a cyber attack, a false flag, but we could actually get World War III. Vladimir Putin of Russia is warning the United States government and NATO, the North Atlantic Treaty Organization, that if they authorize Voldemort Zelensky to fire long-range missiles into Russia, they consider that an act of war by NATO and the United States of America, because USA is part of NATO. The U.S. government is, at least. They've supplied them with long-range missiles, and if they shoot them in, folks, that's World War III. Russia will declare war with Europe, NATO, America. The question is, will Russia respond with nuclear weapons? Right now, they're engaged in a lawful military operation. It's called a Special Military Operation, SMO. It is, according to the rules of war, the internationally accepted rules of war, to have the action he's taken, the special military operation. So Zelensky has acted as a puppet, a proxy army and country for NATO and the United States to fight over eastern Ukraine. They have now shot missiles in, drones in. They've sent stuff into Moscow, folks. They've invaded into Kursk, if I said that incorrectly, sorry, which is inside Russia. But if they fire these missiles, I think Russia's finally said that's enough. And they may use nuclear weapons in response. It is a very, very scary proposition. Oliver, Mr. Uman, we're almost out of time, but I want to make sure we get the some more stuff up here, and it's Chin Music. And he says, someone on X just reported that elementary schools in Springfield, Ohio, are being evacuated. Take that for what it's worth. I have no idea. I mean, it's 5:28 Eastern Standard Time, so school has been out in Springfield, Ohio. And I wonder if the Simpsons, which the town of Simpsons is Springfield, right? The cartoon. But they don't say which Springfield because there's Springfields everywhere. But I wonder if they're going to do the cat thing, right? Like they got that screwy cat, Itchy and Scratchy. Are they going to do Itchy and Scratchy jokes with these foreigners? They won't do it. They won't go that far. I would, but hopefully the meme creators out there do something just like that. Springfield, right? And do the theme for the Simpsons, and then make their own stuff up. Let's do it. All right, Chin, man. I hope you have a good weekend. I hope you all do. Get lots of rest. Have a good time. But folks, I want to see you all Sunday Night Live. I want you to tell everyone Sunday Night Live. We will thumbs up. We'll make sure everyone's subscribed. We'll share the internet address. We'll have some fun. The media doesn't like it, folks. They don't like losing their propaganda credibility. Time magazine didn't want to give it up, but they've been forced to issue a correction. They've embarrassed themselves. But they called Trump's debate claims false. And now they've had to take it back officially. Just remember, we are at war with the Democrats. We're at war with them. It is political war. It is a war with speech, our voices. And they want to silence us. Don't let them start speaking up. And I still don't have my Trump hat, but I can't wait to get out there. I can't wait to get out there. Oh, good stuff. Good stuff, folks. The time is getting shorter on our way to getting to the election. Please get involved. Go to your local polling place, your local Republican Party headquarters, and tell them you want to help during the election and you want to stop the steal. You want to make sure that the Democrats don't cheat. Take your country back with words and working on this election, and hopefully we win, or we're going to have to go to the next step. The First Amendment fails or is stolen from us, that leaves the second. So a big F you to Kamala, because homie don't play that game. I'll see you guys Sunday Night Live, 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Semper Fi means always faithful, and God bless America.